Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step-by-steps of how customize the user interface with HTML template in Azure Active Directory B2C. And this will be much interesting. I will tell you every single thing that you need to do step by step and give you a lot of tips to get to this location. So stay tuned until the end of the video. It will be worth watching and you will learn a lot of things in this video. Come, let's dive in. Okay, so if you have already seen my AD B2C demo, you have seen a blue color screen coming up, right? So that's the default screen that Microsoft will inject for every single AD B2C tenant, okay, for the user flows. But here we modified the user flow to have our own custom HTML. You see this? I have a logo, I have my own thing, some center of the box, behind the scenes some nice colors, you can choose anything. So what I will do is I will try to answer a lot of questions that users have already asked about this customization of UI. Like there were a lot of errors that's happening in the CSS, and if people were not able to perform this the way they wanted, all those things. So whatever I have gone through, I will share all the tips. So stay tuned, and if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, it will be a good motivation. Come, let's get into the work. So this is what I did. Very first thing, right? I googled it and then I went through some free website like this. I just googled it and I went to the free website like this, like whichever says free Bootstrap template. And then I was just scrolling down. I saw this one was okay for me, this one was also okay, so I picked up this one. Okay, I picked up this one, and this is what you see in the screen here. On top of it, I did modify something to make it a little better, so I'm going to walk you through those things, right? So let's talk about what we want in order to do that. So I'm going to first switch to the Azure AD B2C. So this is the Azure AD B2C that we have switched. Okay, now what you have to do is come to the Azure AD B2C, and here in the left side there is something called user flow. Okay, so if you go to user flow, those who have not seen this, go please watch the Azure AD B2C setup. If you already know how to do it, well and good, just follow this, you will be able to customize your UI. Now we have three user flows. If you remember, one was SUSI, which is sign up, sign in. The other one that we have is edit profile, and then the other one we have is password reset. So let's talk about sign up, sign in. Go to this user profile and come scroll down and say page layouts. Here is the thing, right? So under the page layout, few important things. You can notice here there are multiple things listed here. Unified sign up, sign in page means when you do a sign in, the page that comes here is called unified sign up, sign in page. Okay, when you click on the sign up, whatever page is coming is called local account sign up page. What I have done is I have enabled these two as yes and pointed a particular file here. Let's take a look at this file. Great, you see this file is simple. This is the file that I have. Now Microsoft AD B2C will inject whatever is that you're seeing here. For example, let's cancel this. So for example, let's go back. You see this, after this logo, anything that you see, they're all injected by the Microsoft Azure AD B2C. Great. So our goal is to get this kind of HTML page set up somewhere in the Azure Storage, and then we'll see how to modify this. Now the first prerequisite is for this. Let's go step by step, right? So in order to, we know where to do this, right? We know where to do this. So in order to do this, what you have to do is first go to place where you have free templates. You don't need to necessarily go and get the free templates. If you have your own templates, that's well and good. You can use your own customized login screen. I just picked it from here. I'm a bit lazy on this, so I picked it from here. And not only that, this I will show you. This one will have external links, and to avoid the CSS, the cross-origin resource sharing errors and other errors that you see, to avoid that, I will show you what and all you have to do. Now I did click on download and I downloaded this. Once I downloaded this, I just extracted this, and when I open this, you see this is what I downloaded. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all this content and put our content. Okay, so in order to do that, very first thing that you have to go and do is you go to this page and see what and all is there in this page. Okay, this is important. Now this page, in order for this page to load nicely, they are using the CSS, this data picker, and a bunch of JavaScript. Okay, which means all these contents are coming within these folders. Correct? Okay, this is what I will do. So in order to go step by step, all what you have to do is first you need to push all this content to the Azure Storage account. Step 1. That's very important. Now, when you switch these things to Azure Storage account, okay, there are two things you can ask. Now, when we switched from the original directory to the learnsmartcoding.onmicrosoft.com, right? That tenant, that directory doesn't have any subscription. Because I do not have any subscription, I cannot have any storage account over there. If you wanted to link AD B2C, if you click here, you can actually link your AD B2C here. Okay, so because learnsmartcoding.onmicrosoft.com directory doesn't have any subscription, I cannot have my storage account over there. But if you have already linked a subscription over there, you can set up the Azure Storage account over there itself. But it's okay if you don't set up it. All what you have to do is come to your main login, right, the main portal, and then go to storage account and create a new storage account. Now, please, I advise you to follow the previous two videos which will talk about the content that is pushing to the storage account and then CDN and all those things, right? So, but I'll tell you one more time what we are going to do for this AD B2C UI customization. So, let's assume you created a storage account. So, I created a storage account called LSC AD B2C demo. Inside the storage account, I have a containers. Now, one more thing that you have to notice it here, my storage account has blob anonymous access enabled because all these files will be accessed by the public and it has to be anonymous. You cannot have restriction to it, if not it won't work. So make sure you enable this and then come to containers, and then what I did is I created a container called like just the color lib. I'm just going with what whoever has given it. I'm going to delete everything anyway after the video. So click here, and then here what I did is I literally copy pasted from all the files. I just copied all this content using so I used Azure Storage Explorer and then copied all the content into this folder. You see this? I just literally dragged and dropped it. Now once this all is dragged and dropped, okay, so let's minimize this. So like this, right? I can just drag and drop, and this will get uploaded here. It should have been uploaded. See, it uploaded. It's easy because multiple subdirectories will be there, a lot of files will be there. So once you're done with this, the next thing that you have to do is go to that Azure Storage account. So the next thing that you have to do is go to the Azure Storage account, and if you look at this, this is the file. So I'm going to minimize this. So this is the original file. So let's open this original file and show you how to edit this. Because we uploaded all the content to the storage account, we need to replace these things. Okay, so how do you replace it? Let's come here and let's open how I replaced it. Open this in Notepad. All right, look at this. Okay, so what I did is I replaced this one. You see this from here. It was just /vendor, right? So I replaced that. This is the location in which the Azure storage account is having the same file. Okay, so this file I just changed this URL. So I replaced all these URLs. I come all the way through down. I replaced all this URL. The next thing that you have to do was, okay, there was a registration form. So let's take a look at the original file also, so you know what I'm talking about. So let's go open this. See, this is the original form. So basically, let's do this one more time. I'm gonna copy this, and all what you have to do is you have to replace it like this. Okay, you have to replace it like this in all the places. So like we have like 8 places, 1 2 3 4, and come all the way through down, replace it here, replace it here, replace it here. Okay, that's it. Now these files are served from the Azure Storage account. Now what I have to do is, I don't want it to do any of this form, so I have to literally clean up all these content, because these content will be triggered by the Azure AD B2C. So the only thing that you have to do here is you need to copy this and paste it. So div tag with an ID called API and closing div tag. That's it. What Microsoft Azure AD B2C will do is it will inject whatever it is supposed to inject inside this div. Anything else that is apart from this div is all yours. Okay, so this is what it will do. So I'm going to use this. So once you're done with this change, right, what I did is I did the same changes in this file, the sign in file, and I literally copy pasted the sign in file here also. So now let's go and take a look at the sign in file. Click on sign in file, take the URL. I will paste this URL here. That's it. Correct. All the contents are same. I'm loading it. Everything looks good. Only there's a phone error. This is fine. File is not there. But other than that, there is no error. I can get this. Now, this is what I did. Right? I also put a URL. So you see this logo is coming from the, so there's a logo coming from this place, and then that's it. Now we will copy this file location and we have to go and put it in the Azure AD B2C. But before that, there are important steps that you need to do. What you do is go to this container. Okay, go to this container and go to cross-origin resource sharing. If you come here, 2 things you have to do. Okay, the very first thing is our Azure AD B2C will have its tenant name. For example, in my case, it is learn smart coding dot. So learn smart coding is the tenant name. After that, whatever is coming is from Microsoft, which is B2C login. So let's copy this. This is what I meant. You see this? Learn smart coding.bd B2C login.com. So you replace your tenant name here, and then you put this whole URL here. Select get an option, do a star 200. So basically, what is the meaning of this? Why are we doing this? Now our content is stored inside this one. Our content is stored inside this domain right here. Let me. So all our content is stored here, right? Now this website domain is different than b2clogin.com, which means they both are different domain. There's always a chance to get a cross error, cross origin resource sharing, because both are different domain. It will reject this request. In order to get that request perfect, what you have to do is you come here, put this inside this place wherever our files are getting served. You are saying if a request comes from this domain asking for any file to be served, just allow them. That is what this means. How do we test this? In order to test this, put this test cross.org. Allow the same URL here also, and then what you do. So now once you put this, right, what you have to do is the sign in page that we are going to serve, right? So copy the sign in page, come to this test-org. Come to this test-cross.org, put a get, put this URL here, hit on send request. If you get 200 okay, which means whatever you have set up is all correct, perfect, right? So that way we know for sure when the Azure AD B2C is injecting this one, it will go and ask for the files which is inside this containers like here, and all these files will be served correctly. Now let me quickly recap. We have an Azure storage account setup. We customize the sign in page and put it into the storage account. And then not only that, very important thing is you should have this ID placed. Once you have this ID placed, you're done. You go come here and test the cross-version resource sharing and just be ready with this file. Copy this file, and then all what you do is switch to this account wherever you are supposed to switch to the AD B2C and go to the user flows. So let's go to the user flow. So let's come home, go here, go to user flows and click on sign up, sign in. Under the page layout, remember it will be initially no, choose as yes and provide the URL like this. And when you do this, actually you need to pick up something here. So I clicked on this and provided all these things, and also I choose the latest layout version. Okay, under 2.1 it won't work, so choose the latest version and click on save. For example, if I have a custom error page, I can click on this error page. Initially it is no, it is having an error page which is coming from here. So if I copy this, let's see what is this error page which Microsoft has. Okay, Microsoft has error page like this, probably error will show here. Okay, but you can have your own error page. Come here, put in yes and change this. Even you can do this actually. So you can do this and choose the latest version, click on save. So that's how you do. The first one is for the sign in, second one is for the sign up, and for error also I have put the same URL. Once you're done that, you can either go and click on user flow and test it, or you can even directly go to your deployed version where this has been referenced, and you can click on login and you will be able to see a nice UI, right? So only this one was ours. All these things are extra thing which was injected by the Microsoft. Now I'll be very honest with you, I'm gonna give you the complete file, but I will tell you something important. If you have noticed, so when you follow all these steps, the UI might not look good. Okay, that's because the CSS that was rendered automatically from the AD B2C was really not good. So what I have to do is I have to put this whole CSS that was made by me customized. So I have to put all this. Basically what the CSS is doing is, see, it is rounding my logo. I'm using this class and all these things, right? So you can see all this API. So API is the ID of the div. We are saying under the div, if there is a divider class, configure these things. Header, configure these things. All these things will be applied to the element here. That's why this is looking little better. So don't worry if initially when you follow all these things it is not looking good. That's because of the CSS, missing CSS. We need to customize the CSS a little bit. Now the very important thing is here, if you have noticed, most of the files are coming from the injected files. So remember, the cross-origin resource sharing issue will come. So let's open up this, let's run this. See, I don't have any issues here. I know few of my subscribers were telling that there was issue here, but we rectified all these things in this demo. Okay, so in this video I've covered everything, that how you can put your CSS properly and link it and you don't get that cross-origin resource sharing. So this is how you do, and I will share you whatever I used this template. Most of them are asking this what you used. I'm going to share these things, but make sure you change little bit on the links covered. Okay, so you follow this and you'll be able to do. Okay, there is another one where you can do all this branding setup without even this custom HTML. Go to Azure AD B2C and something called company branding to the left side. So if you click on company branding and then click on the default one, Here they have already specified what all the details. If you put all these images properly, with the default one itself, instead of blue color and instead of those logos that's coming from the Microsoft, it will come with what you have uploaded here. So this is something that you have to do based on the size that we specified, and that way you can use the existing blue itself and change it. And I will show you one more tip. If you go to this user flow and go to this page layout, see there is something called ocean blue, which is default. Okay, you can change to slate gray or classic. Try this. This is very easy. Without doing all this customized thing, you can actually change any of these three templates, and you will see some difference in the Microsoft injected UI itself. So try all of these things and let me know how it worked for you, which worked for you, which did not work for you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up and provide your comments, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!